Welcome back to Disco Elysium Night 8. It is hot as hell in Philadelphia today. Randomly decided to jump up to 90 degrees, so I am sweating quite a bit. But I have not figured out how to get my AC flowing, but also record a video that isn't horrible to listen to. So let's get sweaty, baby. Last time we had done a whole bunch of shit. Talked to Clausia, I believe her name is. Cool as hell character who is definitely intimately involved in the murder case in some way, either as a victim or as a perpetrator. We have to go talk to her again. We listened to an incriminating audio tape of the victim, the hanged victim, pretty much admitting to having committed sexual assault, I believe, amongst some other gnarly things, which would support what the Hardy Boys are saying, the people who hanged the man and potentially shot him. So there's kind of a whole bunch of shit up in the air. We had crossed over to this little fishing village here, which we currently are standing in, and found ourselves some free lodging. So Harry's going to be kicking it here from now on, so he doesn't have to fucking pay Gart at the Whirling and Rags anymore. So yeah, I mean, we kind of just cracked the surface at this side. I remember saying last night that I did want to, let's go conquer some of the main quest stuff before we continue engaging with this area, which, not that this area is superfluous at all, but I just want to make sure that we are on our shit before we add more to the list. Let's get out of here. Let's go do some main quest stuff. Actually, why don't we look at our what we gotta do? Oh yeah, we have to, most importantly, last night, had got the tape that we needed in order to perform karaoke. But we have to get on Gart's good side first. We're gonna take him as a stuffed bird. Hopefully that does it. Gotta talk to Clausia about the what we heard on the tape. Oh yeah, and she was kind of reticent about some of the details, understandably so, if it is as purportedly tragic as some of the characters are making it out to be, so we do have to talk to her again at some point. We should pop by Everett. What time is it right now? It's only noon. The day's ours. Gotta find that gun somewhere. Oh, we gotta go do that. Actually, on our way back, we'll stop by Roy's, sell everything that we don't need anymore, and then maybe we'll swing by the Dice Maker and just see what that's all about. And we should probably steal this fucking book from the witch already. I've been talking about it for a minute now. Oh, we can do this too. Man, this is cool. We don't have an overwhelming list of shit to do anymore. This all feels manageable. Cool, so why don't we knock some more of this shit off, and then we'll make the list overwhelming again. So go CRPGs. That's how they go. A creaking ahead, a broken axle grinding. Have I not been over here? Yo, is this a motor carriage? An RCM motor carriage? But what's our outfit currently look like? Dude, I miss our fucking facial hair so much. That's the biggest tragedy of this whole fucking experience as far as I'm concerned. Alright, let's get our boy the right hat, at least. Doesn't matter what his eyes look like at that point.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half-submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Elysian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible.
This is where the tracks in the plaza were leading to.
It appears to be so.
The lieutenant has a peculiar look in his eyes as he inspects the wreckage. Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water.
Run your hand over the cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it.
What is the make of this MC? Can I see a logo?
The logo is too deep in murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
How long has it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Well, well, well. Looks like Jacob Er's journey came to an abrupt end here.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Did you say something, Lieutenant? Yes, yes, crazy recklessness. Yet another case of the engine displacement triumphing over the driver's IQ. I like one the most. Oh, did you say something, Lieutenant?
I did not.
He gives you a
But
blank
I'd
stare.
say it has been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. A joyrider jacket.
How long will it take for the low tide to come in?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Ooh, fun, dude. I mean, we're gonna kill some of the day, but totally worth it. Just spending an hour with Kitsuragi? Fuck yeah. Give us a scene, though. Dude, this is the
As
best.
you sit down in the old rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent.
This is the fucking best. This is why we play this game. To sit on a swing set with Kitsuragi. Man, both of their postures are so cool, too. This is great.
The hinges creak under your weight. Dangerously so.
Okay, I could afford to lose some LBs, I get it.
Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea. The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance, then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and
Dude, let's hear it. Let's hear it, though.
Trill. Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and a sunken car.
This is so cool.
The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of
Oh,
the
I didn't get to
swing
make the,
moves like
comment.
the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
What the fuck? What the fuck is number one? Dude, we gotta do 3. We gotta start playing games immediately. Kim? Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches?
Well, historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
Okay, he's thinking. I can do this. Let's do this. Who'd want to sit on an anthill? There are no therapeutic benefits to... Well, napalm ants, for example, are used in some rites of passage rituals. Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set
I
keeps
really wanted to
climbing.
hear his
You hear the distant rumble of the
further
city.
rumination over
30
that.
minutes pass.
Ooh, one actually picking Kim's brain. He's gonna remain neutral, right? He surprises us though, yo. He always does. I mean, I quite like 2. Because it feels truest to life. When something like that, not that I've ever lost a gun in real life, but things like that, when you have a silent moment, that's what surfaces to the brain, you know? And you can't just let it go. And not only does it arise to the brain, you feel compelled to vocalize it. You think I'll ever find my gun? That kind of thing. And the other party is always like, Dude, just relax, okay? There's nothing we can do about it now. But I want to pick his brain about this. If you have to side with either the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose?
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
But if someone puts a gun to your head...
Your voice echoes on the water.
Dude, I want to fucking hear the answers, dude. Come on.
The environment.
What is this shit?
30 more minutes pass.
Can you make out the mark now?
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Coupris, Model 40.
His eyes turn to you.
Yes. Why haven't you?
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices,
He pauses to think.
firefighters, animal control people, you know, those kinds of people.
Squint your eyes and say... Is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
Oh, it's our precinct, dude. This is our car, isn't it?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical. Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Small fish, this one. 41, huh? This street racer is quite the ladies' man. This must be Tommy 41, the morning host of FM 41. Probably 5, right? No, 6 is the best, far and away. The realization. Oh, God. No.
I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry.
41. Precinct 41. A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Oh my God, it's mine. I drove my car into the sea.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into the sea after you jumped across the canal.
Six is hilariously demented. Things were going so well. We were just whistling merrily. That is fucking hilarious, given what our past 2 days have looked like. Things were going so well. They're not gonna take me back after this, are they? Justifying with number 1 is fun. 2 is too practical. 3 is too hopeful. 4 is too fatalistic. 5 is funny. 6 is the best, though.
You can still whistle.
Oh, I can... Fuck
Besides,
yeah.
the night is
do 'em
always
all.
darkest before the dawn.
Oh, odd platitude coming from you, Kitsuragi. I don't think I like it very much. Maybe I was in pursuit of someone.
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Well, how do we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
It's sunken too deep. There is no access ramp to the coast.
So it's just gonna be there? Like that?
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable. But overall, this machine is a write-off.
I can still fix it.
That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
I like a realistic take here. Like a sober, composed Harry. Dude, I don't have that kind of money.
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget.
He's affording your
my
gaze now.
station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
This was 20% of the station's vehicular budget.
They're not gonna take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines.
He's trying to
Training
cheer
a
up.
police officer is even more costly.
Good take, bro. Really fucking supporting Harry there. The badge. The gun. And now this?
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything.
Well, at least I can see what's in there now.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
Dude, do we think our badge or our gun is going to be in here? Well, we know our gun's not going to be in here, but maybe our badge. What? Cancelled. Oh, I didn't even look at that shit. Can't even help. Man, we've been doing some shit, huh? We've been out here doing some shit. Okay. Dude. We're gonna take the jacket first. We got our fucking badge back, baby. See what this looks like. Ew, no. No. A million times no. We are deaf. And you will be terrified. See what it says, though. A black uniform jacket with RCM's signature white rectangle on its right sleeve and backside. Letters inside the collar read, Lieutenant 2JFR. The jacket is of exceptional quality, other than some minor wear and tear. Ooh, oh, man, only gives us pluses, though. Our current rags also give us pluses. Heck yeah. We're keeping it. Sorry, we're keeping it. What does this say? Oh, this is what we got yesterday from the little girl. The dead body of a grouse, stuffed with some unknown material. From a distance, it might just pass off as the real thing. The bird itself looks extremely ruffled and slightly grumpy. Banged up fuel canister. When the heck did we get this? Is it just something we sell? Who cares? No, maybe we'll hold on to it for now. A dented stainless steel canister for transporting and storing heavy fuel oil. A logo on its side has been partially stripped over years of use. The government issued red dye fuel oil inside looks like paint, though it smells much, much worse. Here we go, dude. Man, we look so young and handsome. Just for a moment there, I felt peace with having shaved. Just for a moment. The regret is back now, of course. But it did peek through. Only for a moment. Thick blue piece of acrylic covering a thin leaf of paper with the officer's name and rank on it. Next to the writing, you see a man stare back at you. A younger version of you. Already disintegrating inside, but still presentable on the outside. Here we go.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
I found my badge.
At least something good came out of all this.
Lieutenant glances at the badge in your hand. Study the badge.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Man, is this gonna make me sad? Let's see.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-gray eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
And he's winking. Why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now.
God, it is making me sad, dude.
The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Name. Harrier Dubois. Harrier?
Harrier? That's long for Harry. So you are Harry.
He thinks.
Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Wait, what kind of name is Harrier?
It's a wartime name. Revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times. Like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
A name like armor.
But I don't want to be Harrier Dubois. Oh, man. What happens if I don't accept it? Do I get to choose my own? Is this going to be a roadblock to success if I don't just choose my fucking name here? I feel like we've been doubling down on it this whole time, but we should see what happens. But I don't want to be Harrier Dubois.
Why? It's a cool name. I like it. Besides, you're Harry anyway. No one's ever called Harrier.
Kitsuragi's goat. I was on the Disco Elysium subreddit today when I was at work and I had a free moment. It is amazing. Utterly amazing how ubiquitously loved Kitsuragi is. I've never seen a word of complaint against the gentleman. He is so uniformly loved across the community, and it's crazy to see. Understandable, you know, given that he's one of the best written characters in video games. But it's, man, what an achievement. Everyone loves him. And if you're a dissenter, get fucked. Kitsuragi is love. Kitsuragi is life.
The badge in your hands shines
Cringe.
as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
Rank LTN to JFR?
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
What is Lieutenant W. Freighter?
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
And W. Freighter?
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain.
We could have been
You
fucking
declined
captain,
twice.
yo.
Thus your W. Freighter.
Declined?
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken. Or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors, out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your case, lieutenant.
Oh, do we think this is a once and done type of thing? No, I don't think so. What's a décomptage?
Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol Citizens Militia. It means counting down to twos.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which in turn was developed by last century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kinks.
What kinks?
Kinks like satellite officers and the additional freighter rank I already explained.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
Wait, satellite officers? Oh, man. We better get to do all of these. Wait, satellite officers?
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite.
Wait, so you've been putting up with all my bullshit because I'm your superior.
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
Doubt. I literally took your gun, put it in my mouth, and pulled the trigger. Good police work?
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea.
He smiles
I
encouragingly.
know we've even found your badge.
He trusts you for now. Try not to spoil it.
I thought my rank was drunk.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary.
I don't want to get better. I want to get worse.
I don't really know how to respond to that, Lieutenant W. Freighter.
Fair. Turn back to the document.
Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads,
Serial REV 126205 Jam 41.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
The numbers are not there for good measure. They have an administrative purpose, one that's unfortunately been erased from your memory.
Date of issue 7th of November 50.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better? Probably yes.
Precinct 41.
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41, like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor, a lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
He stops. What?
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva.
Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your decomptage flash in your forebrain. He knew all those people, although they're not from his station. They must be big. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
People are street racing down my street again. Put the badge away. Dude, crazy. We found our fucking badge, baby. That was one of like the first things that like really freaked us out in this game, you know? We're like, shit, we lost our badge. Like, are we even a police officer? Shut up, Philly. Okay. So, as I said, let's continue with the case for a little bit. We'll hit Roy, we'll hit Evrart, we'll hit Clausier, and then we'll hit the Hardy Boys, and then maybe we'll come back. That was a cool little scene, huh? Some good Harry lore drop. They're really good at dishing that out, pacing-wise. Breaker box to power the radio pylon above you. Maybe there's something inside. You think? There is. Money. Ooh. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll hit Roy since it's right here. Sell some shit. Oh no, I want to hit the dice maker, so maybe I'll hit the dice maker. Dice maker's next to the Hardy Boys, who's next to Clausia. Well, why do I want to talk to the Hardy Boys? There's a reason, right? Oh, Gart. We don't need to talk to the Hardy Boys right now. Okay, why don't we just do that then? We'll do Dice Maker, Gart, Clausia. Maybe what she says is going to force us to engage with the Hardy Boys again. And then we'll roll to Evrart and see what he has to say about the weasel / where the hell our gun is.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Sure, let me have a look.
I'm not selling the boots. Let's see how much they go for, though.
Let's see it.
Got these Sabatons.
Oh, no, 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 no. I don't need bloodthirsty mercenaries knocking on my door looking for their missing toys. Besides, this gear costs a fortune. There's no one in Martinez with that kind of money. I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Should I hold on to that? It feels like weird hoarding stuff. Like, why would I need that? Ooh, should I just sell that? It is yet to come, and there will be a payoff. He gave us this handkerchief, expecting to get it back? Sorry, bro. I remember he reluctantly had given us that pen. Good money, yo. Hold on to that for now. Yeah, let's just sell Renee's picture, because who gives a shit? This, we're gonna get a $5 profit on. Oh, man! Hard to say no to that money, but we'll hold on that to do.
Another time, perhaps.
Dude, we're sitting pretty at 22 bucks right now. Hopefully our dice don't run us too much. Man, too much? That's different than saying, like, very, very much. Right? Because too much is kind of like a phrase in and of itself. It costs too much. So too much is like a singular entity, and then adding the other modifier of too onto that makes sense to me. It's too much. Because too much is one thing, and then too is another qualifier. It's like parentheses around too much. I'm talking too much. I'm talking too much. You know what I mean, though? We could ship the body off. The processing. We don't need it anymore. We got the fucking boots. Should we hold on to it just in case, though? Until after we talk to Clausia and maybe the Hardy Boys again and shit? It's all nice. Should be okay. But I kind of feel like they wanted you to keep it around just in case you wanted the boots / attempted to find the bullet. You think there's any other secrets? It feels unlikely to me. Oh yeah, this piece of music fucking rules. It's creepy as shit. What's up, baby?
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Yeah, I came to pick up my die.
Excellent. That will be 10 real for one set of magnetic dice.
10's not that bad. Man, her voice actress is just fucking 10 out of 10.
This was an especially fun set to make.
Nice, she says as she opens her drawer and hands you a sparkling pair of dice. Look at them.
Dazzling. It's like you have a pair of tiny disco balls
Rad,
in
dude.
your hand.
We could try it.
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
I want to take it back. We're gonna want that karma later on. Not here. Man, that success feels weird, huh? What the fuck? Hey, Neon. The curse is real, and I figured out why it has spared you.
Didn't we already talk about this?
She asks as the wind continues to seep in through the cracks in the old chimney. It's because you're not in the same building as the others. This isn't technically the doomed commercial area.
What are you talking about? My
She
address
says.
is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guilain 10.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture, its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
No, this used to be a coal plant. Touch the safety curtains. You're in a chimney of another building.
This doesn't make any sense.
She looks around the makeshift nest that she has carved out for herself, bewildered.
Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from?
Let's say I have my own methods. Unusual methods. I kind of like just being logical here. I'm just using logic. It's windy in here. You probably haven't properly sealed the chimney crown.
You're right. I should take a trip to the roof once the snow is gone. Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
Rest assured, no psychic attacks will reach you here. She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face. What?
Do you know what this is?
She raises her hand to reveal a piece of metal shining on her index finger. A lucky charm? A Seminese ward?
It's a mourning ring.
Oof.
I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan.
See, the curse is real. I bet you didn't run this little jewelry shop from the protective depths of the chimney.
No, you're right. I didn't.
She laughs again. She sounds like a chick that I worked with today. Weird me out. She laughs again, but it sounds rather small and sad.
It wasn't just a jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what?
She closes her
That
eyes.
it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
Do it. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. It's entropy.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it.
Truth.
That's why people like role-playing games.
Truth.
You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls. It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending or an entirely different world.
What a fucking cool perspective. That is so cool. I'm gonna be thinking about that for a bit. I quite like that take. She picks up a pair of dice from the table and examines them under the light.
But anyway, thanks for sharing your
The
theories.
precarious
officer.
world, man. Read what that shit's about. And we should also check out our dice. 5 skill points. We gotta start using that shit, huh? A magnetic dice set. What are they, 100-sided? Is that what she said? Oh yeah, here it is. These 100-sided dice are made of ivory and inlaid with magnetic lodestone. When rolled together, pips on the dice interact with each other by pulling and pushing, just like magnetic personalities. Note! Look at the map tab in Journal to see which white checks have opened. Huh? The fuck you talking about? Punch clock / payphone? What, did it just unlock checks? I don't think I get it. What the fuck ever. The precarious world, 4 hours. All red checks fail for 4 hours. Rough. Seems like the point of this game is victory. the absence of defeat on all fronts, victory in business ventures and creative undertakings, victory in love and over other people, political victory, ideological victory, hell, even sexual victory. Definitely a lot of object-based victories too, having things and not losing them. One problem though, not a lot of victories in sight. Everyone's mostly losing, and why is that? How do you not lose? Man, that's interesting. Maybe we'll learn that tonight after Kitsuragi goes to bed and we don't do too much exploring. We can just kill 4 hours reading or something like that. Okay, what did I say I wanted to do next? I did Clausia. How is my health and morale? I think I lost one maybe during the car sequence. Yeah, we're okay. Okay. Oh, we'll do Gart, then Clausia. I wonder if there's anyone in the world that has named their daughter Clausia after this game. It's a really beautiful name. Seriously. Okay, so, Guardy boy, have I something for you? Dead bird, enjoy.
Can I help you?
Guard, I found a new bird for the whirling.
What is this thing?
The man takes the stuffed bird. I want to apologize for breaking the great skua by bringing you this ruffled grouse. Ruffed.
Okay, well, this is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy.
Oh, he's like actually into taxidermy? It's fucking creepy, Gart.
I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess.
He hesitates.
So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
Was that so
I
hard?
feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
That's right.
It's not actually about that, but he liked it.
We're gonna sing karaoke tonight. Once the sun goes down, it feels a little more appropriate. Just looking at that cook reminded me, do we have some of that borscht? Should we try it? Where is it? +2 physique? Is that all day? See what they have to say about it. Who cares? We'll go get some more, whatever increases our morale. Who cares? Oh, I didn't put it in my hands. It's like, where's the thing that lets me do it? Yeah, where's the thing? Yellow plastic bag. It says I have nothing in my hand. I clearly have something in my hand. Guess I'll save since I accidentally did that. Whatever. Borscht. Is it too early to drink or so? It's never too early to drink for our boy Harrier. The fuck is this shit? I'll put it away for the time being. Not gonna let me take it. Does it let me take any of these? Oh, there it is. Does it have to be in one hand in particular? Nice. Who cares? Who cares? Yeah, now this other one triggered. Something weird going on down there, game. Okay, now let's put tools in our hands so we don't accidentally fuck ourselves. Woohoo! Oh, this room always makes it look like it's nighttime, but it's not the right room. Why leave? Okay. What's up, dude?
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Titus Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
She arches her brow. Those are the exact words he used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
She picks the cup back up.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Why say things like that? Machismo?
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
Catchphrase. Gotta do the persona shout out.
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke.
That was gonna be my
And it
next
sounds
guess.
like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that.
Dude, she's so just down, man.
He was like the Seminoles
tough chick.
conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
What the fuck is wrong with this psycho? And you spend time with this person. Romantically.
We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Kohoi here.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
Weird, dude. I was wondering what this weird fucking shadow thing was. At first I thought this was like her cigarette coming out of her mouth, but nope. Just our weird flashlight and our insane hat.
What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, Miss.
Cool.
Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Now that you've had some time, can you tell us more about the victim?
Like, for example, his name?
Lely.
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start.
Oh, I just thought about succeeding that 8% dice roll with the dice maker. Use that later.
We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations recorded neatly in blue ink. Everything left to be clarified is in the column on the left.
Where is Lelystad? The place, I mean.
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary: cows, silos, and wheat. Oranje? Oranje's map of waterways? This fits with his tattoo.
This means his race was Occidental, which fits the statements of another witness.
The lieutenant says, pleased. Look at Claudia. You were both from Oranje?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
A great bonding tool. For sure.
No love for Muta Oranje? Wasn't he a soldier?
Soldier. A military man, but not a patriot?
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind.
Badass.
He was by no means a stupid man.
Takes a long drag of her cigarette, then washes it down with coffee.
A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
A flash of rage comes over you. The words have already left your mouth.
A disgraceful mercenary. The Oranjese state should have checked his breast for sublime patriotic rage before they trained him.
Had he passed that test,
Shit.
we wouldn't have gotten along. Come to think of it, maybe it was our hate for Oranje that brought us together. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too.
Should I come back with more morale? She should just be frozen here. There's no way this is a once and done thing, right? There's no way. I just don't want to do this again, you know? We'll come back.
Coolly, graceful.
We'll be back. We'll be right back, in fact. Double load screen. Okay, to Frit. We're talking about money, bro. Get fucked, dude. Get fucked. Man, the song always jumps to stereo, like halfway through this load screen, and I don't know why that is. Ooh, our second favorite racist is still here.
Damn, that felt good. Your heart's pounding nicely.
Who did I tell to fuck
You
off?
should tell people to fuck off more often.
Kim, I think I should tell people to fuck off more. Felt really good.
Not as a general rule, but that one was justified. Better to get the lay of the land before telling people to fuck off.
Fuck yeah, motherfucker.
That's the spirit.
Dude, that healed me.
Never forget. The whole world's a wooden house, and you're a goddamn flamethrower.
Who did I tell to fuck off? I don't even remember doing that. Was it the racist? I don't even remember doing that. Dude, I'm about to murder every cyclist in Philadelphia. Yellow roses in the window. Those aren't the flowers that were left for Clause. Okay. Do I have any tear to sell? Bet your ass I do.
The tear machine stands in your bottles.
Got a buck. Medicine cab's here.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs.
I need
They
all of it.
bear
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Or something. Okay, so... Where is it? Oh, did they just automatically? Yeah, they do. Alright, feeling good. What, dude?
all around you. Rain
Dude, finally
falls
some
on the great
shivers,
city
man.
of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away.
This was some of my favorite shit to do the first time I played this game. Like, this shit just, like, it just pans back and gives you these, like, incredibly novel-like, it's very literary passages just about the city and the way in which your emotions are weaved throughout it. It's so cool, man.
The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hat.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Humid, your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you.
What is in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows.
What is down the shore?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
And beyond that?
Coal City, end of all lines. Urban coastline, Coal City, end of all lines.
Run your fingers through your dampened hair. Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance. What's in the east? I wonder why only the first option here isn't the contraction. What is in the west? What's in the east?
The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Yeah, it's just something I think about a lot when I'm writing myself. Like, sometimes it's appropriate to not contract things if it helps the actual rhythm of the sentence. When you read it either out loud or in your head. Sometimes what's as a singular beat makes more sense as opposed to what is. There's like this almost like falling over yourself type of rhythm that becomes more appropriate. I just find it strange that like we'll have to maybe read those out loud. Like, why did they choose what is in the west versus what's in the east? Maybe we'll workshop it a little bit. Clench your teeth to stop shuddering.
Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow.
Beyond that?
La Drusienne, King Dries passenger harbor. Cruise ships flanked by dock arms, cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary.
What is across the distributary?
Quran, the lower middle class, distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain.
Like, what is beyond the Quran versus what's beyond the Quran? The contraction's definitely better, right? What is beyond the Quran? What's beyond the Quran? Much cleaner.
A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide. You have never been there. They don't need the law east of the river.
What is in the west? Da-da-da-da-da. What's in the east? Man, after actually reading that out loud, the da-da-da-da-da is, I think, a little stronger. What's in the east? Because it is kind of like da-da-da-da. What's in the north? What's in the south? It's hard to keep that a consistent rhythm. What's in the south? What's in the south? It's hard to, like, keep that 16th notes. Da-da-da-da. What's in the south? What is in the west? Da-da-da-da-da. That feels more natural without sounding robotic. Versus... what's in the east? What's in the east? It would be... what's in the east? Da-da-da-da. I'm gonna go sans contraction with this one, I think. What's in the north?
Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. The news at noon.
I'm closer to here.
A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. The lingering odor of decomposition mixes with that of damp soil.
What's in the south?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised.
It's on the other side.
The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
Where the hood at?
Have a brother in the cut. Where the wood at?
The fuck was that? Why am I not there?
To be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution fell.
What am I doing here?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
It's funny to answer that literally. Normally when you ask the question, what am I doing here? It's more existential, it's larger. But then to have Shivers just be like, listen bro, this is where you are. This is actually the answer to your question. This is exactly what you're doing. Be present, motherfucker, be present. Shudder, look further.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What's above?
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
Exactly why I don't have pants on. Can't get pants wet if you're not wearing pants. Okay. So what the fuck was I... Okay, back to the girl. Like, how cool is that? Right? Wrong tip. This tip led me astray. This is the exact tip that led me astray with the Sunday friend. It works some of the time. Alright. And we are sitting on 5 skills, I believe. We'll try out some checks again. Okay.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Was it this
Yes,
one?
miss.
Here we go.
I hope you don't mind.
Lieutenant hands you his notes. How old was he, miss?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
She said he partied fucking hard, dude.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no,
The memory makes her smile.
we even celebrated his birthday like some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Right again, officer.
Lieutenant taps his blue pen at you. As though assigning you another point. Thanks, bro.
Points are good. Have one, you old dog.
Nice.
Before we all die.
Wait, what do I have? 4 health? 5 health? What the fuck? I thought I had 3 or something. I don't know. His eye color?
Blue. Light blue. They were like
She stops, her eyes half closed, then continues.
little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing.
Takes a drag.
I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth.
Yes. Severe.
She seems to enjoy the word.
It made him look like half his face
Lawyerly.
was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes,
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember.
it was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
Interesting, I do have stroked his hair. How hilariously insensitive. Kim, I said to put the brilliantine on the form. Do I get a point?
No.
He answers dryly. But I put it down there.
I can see you've put quite a few things here. They don't all give you a point.
Shit.
There it is, in your rushed writing. Right where the lieutenant is pointing. Pig's gonna have sex. You should really get this questioning back on track now.
I think I did write that. It's fucking true though, dude. He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
It was an Oranese map of the waterways.
Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
For showing off to chicks? How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Oranese lit?
Is this Oranese lit?
Yes. This is the very essence of Oranese lit. A moment's respite. Dark and hopeless as the struggle itself.
He leans even further back to demonstrate.
He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You were the woman in this?
Oh yeah.
Dude, there's something about this that fucking There's something about it that's so real, man. And the fact that she's describing it as she is, even though it's something that she herself experienced, she's almost describing it as you would read it in a book. And then if you were to read it in a book, you would go, oh, that's relatable. Like, oh, I get that, or oh, I can see that. There's something about that triangulation between understanding it, her describing it as if it's not herself, and her only describing it because it's her lived experience. There's something in the triangulation there that is kind of powerful and emotional. Hard to describe. Can you tell us precisely what these mean? Hand her the photo.
No, thank you.
Does not take it.
I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
She pours herself some more coffee.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort.
Oh, nice. We did a quest.
People on the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Dude, oh my god. Why is this fucking up my head so much? Like... Man, what must it be like to be able to say that shit? And then go yourself just as easily. And that was like people's lives for so much of history, you know? That's like what dudes did. Just have such very weird... It's only stories to us now, and it's fucking so weird, man. Drives me nuts. Not a very fun story.
It is when you're high. It can be very exciting then. You have the tools to deal with it. It's not a very nice story to remember when you're sober.
He smiles faintly. Good thing I'm not
Change
sober.
of topic?
He did say that love did him in. He also said communism did it in. Hopefully we can ask both of these. Slash, I'm interested to see... I'm interested to see your take on both of these, for sure. Could it be love that did him in?
It very well could be, yes.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in? What does that mean?
Let's freak her out. He told me. Love did him in.
That's not funny, officer.
Her voice is like a slash through the air. Her shoulders tense up.
She's such a good voice actress.
There, she momentarily lost control over straight back guy.
That's right.
It appears that she feels guilty.
You feel... guilty.
Of course I do. I'm hungover. I feel guilty about everything.
Weird to not put hungover in one word. Or is hangover only one word? Or is hungover... No, hungover's one word too. Unless she means like I'm hungover. Like I'm like hung over a bar or something like that to represent that she's... I don't know.
Do you feel guilty about what happened to him?
Among many other things, yes. I could have done something. There's always something he can do, right?
She looks into her coffee.
Ask me something else.
I'll wait until you
What
hear
is
about my
this?
communism question.
An interrogation? You didn't tell her this was going to be an interrogation.
Fair. Perhaps, miss, it was communism that killed him.
A moment ago it was love. And no, I don't think the Union is communist. They're a couple of shades pinker than that. They're not hardcore in that way, is what I'm trying to say. What are we talking about anyway? This politics shit is a lot in the morning. Is it even morning?
No, it's 3:20, dude.
I think she's just tired. She doesn't know what you meant by that. And can you blame her?
But see, like, if she actually feels that way, like, what a cool additional color to put into this world. that is going to great lengths to attempt to describe the revolution and all the grander politics behind it, and then to have a person be like, dude, fucking, like, actually, like, I don't know, like, fuck the politics, I'm just out here living my life. And it's not that she's just the hedonistic character, even though that's a part of it. She's appealing to some degree of meaning, and that's why I like that they made her a lit major. The type of person interested in actually, like, codifying the human experience so that I can live immemorial, you know? And attempting to find the meaning worth preserving. That's what she represents to me. I think that's really rad.
You could blame her a little. It was a pretty straightforward question that she refused to answer.
We ordered a toxicology report. Any idea what that will show?
A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet.
She grins.
Barbiturates, amphetamine, sildenafil. How much does the toxicology report cost the police of Revachol? I can do it for half of that. Save you some money, make some myself.
It's quite expensive, miss. But we'll manage without your help for now.
Okay, we completed the task, right? Did we only do this to talk to her about the tattoos? Because I think that's what got us our quest success.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Okay. Nobody's got to talk to Titus. We're here, we may as well do that, but I definitely want to talk to Evrart before he goes away again. We gotta get our gun. Look at our stats for a second. 17 Superstar Cop. I feel like they've stopped giving me Apocalypse Cop possibilities. 8 Communist. We gotta get that stat up. 12 Fascist. Fascist through and through. Ultra Liberal 9. Those are a little more difficult for me to detect because Ultra Liberal is kind of this expanded version of liberalism that this game has kind of created themselves. And Moralist, we just kind of learned what that is. Good Cop, Bad Cop 9. Honor 1. Oh, that's a failure. Should have been a no honor run for sure. Man, I can't even scroll through our quest log. This feels good to cross all this shit off. Okay, I mean, we're here. Let's talk to Titus real quick. I'm gonna save, unless it did just save and I didn't pay attention. Okay, back inside. Revachol, Oranje, Klasia. Even the spelling of Klasia is dope. Any opportunity to get back-to-back A's, I'm in. So, unless this Titus thing turns into something more sprawling, my vote is that we talk to Titus, steal our bird book, or buy it. We have some money, but likely steal it. Then head directly to Evrard. What was the thing we had to do with Kuno? Like, get a pair of pants from him or something? Oh, we gotta get close to Kuno. That might be kind of fun to do. We got 5 skill points. Let's start using them. This I don't know what to do about. I have no idea about what to do here. Find a way in and see what's hidden there. Have we interacted with that door in a while? This is the one they're talking about, and there's one on the roof as well.
You see a heavy steel door. The door does not. The old kobold.
Okay. I really don't know what to do about that. We'll figure it out eventually.
It's you again.
He acknowledges you gruffly.
What is it?
So I talked to Klasia about the tape.
And
He tenses immediately. Chest tightens. Jaw sets. Ready for another blow.
And nothing. She stands by what she said.
That fucking fucker.
Nice, well spoken.
You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
Sounds like you're justifying, friendo.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Oh, I know.
You caught him off balance. Push, and he will give way.
I don't want to implicate her anymore, because I don't know. We gotta push him back. Gold? It was just locker room talk. It's not evidence.
Locker room talk. What are you, fucking brain dead? I've been to plenty of locker rooms. They don't plan rapes there. What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
She did not say whoop-de-doo.
I can confirm that.
Thanks, Kim. He's got my back, bro.
She didn't? Well, whoop-de-doo then.
He's too angry to drink his beer. He just stares at it. We really do have him on his back foot. It did not come as a surprise to her. And she definitely wasn't scared. 3's pretty implicating again. Like, I don't want to put, like, until we figure out really what her deal is. I mean, 4's not a lie. And it's kind of fucking fun. Talk about me backpedaling with the whole implicating thing, though. It's the most fun. If anything, she seemed turned on by the whole, you know, door gunning thing.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
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 No good goddamn psycho whore.
Ooh, good performance. No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give Claudia a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
Because she's better than all of you.
Right. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Her voice is a bit softer than earlier.
Okie dokie. This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawmen?
Titus rubs his chin with his palm as if trying to grind it smooth.
You
Good
don't
description.
have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Why would rhetoric say that to me? It was a medium check too, it wasn't trivial. What do you mean just mix and match? Let's just go fucking right for the jugular, man. Let's just go right for 4. I do want to hear what he has to say after number 1, though. Alright, we'll do 1 and then 4. I think you had a lie planned, but she didn't play along.
I ask for your opinion, not a bedtime story. Tell it to your grandma.
Sure, I'll do that.
Yeah. Why don't you?
He's still despondently looking at his beer. Alright, be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men, too, are growing increasingly silent.
Nothing there, Shanky?
They're confused. This is growing over their heads.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck on!"
That was not an intimidating fuck off. It was childish. Maybe that's the point. He throws his beer can down.
This is the petulant rage of someone who's at the end of their wits.
That lying, scamming.
Dude,
We're
Claudia
done.
should get out of Dodge, man. This is...
over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
I feel like he's gonna try to hurt me, and I should have saved.
Yeah.
There's a silence in the room. Elaine starts saying something, then thinks best not to.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Good point of leadership. It's not easy to do when you're despondent, but you're still the leader of a thing. You really have to learn how to overcome. Not that I'm trying to empathize with Titus right now, but I get this reaction to just be like, you know what? Fuck it. Come on.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
Guard. Dislodge the stick from your asshole, please.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
$42's not too bad. Despite this being godly. Let's give it a fucking shot, dude. It's white, so we can try it again. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter.
Well, that's it then. Case closed. One of his boys will.
Just remember, it's about more than Clausia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility.
That's it then. Case closed. I'm going home, Kim.
Huh?
Lieutenant raises his brow.
He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Because of some chick.
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your
Alain.
name, right? Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the wild north.
They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. They can't even remember.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm.
Firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol.
I really should have saved, huh?
For you to have missed. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
I should look at Kim first. Unless, no, I mean, if he's actually pulling the... I gotta make a decision. Well, let's read through both of these. Or what? You're gonna fucking kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason? What happens if I keep talking, huh? You gonna kill me too? In this bar? For nothing? They said Angus is our target. Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him? For no fucking reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
He takes a breath, wheezing.
Shut up, Angus!
He was dead before you hanged him.
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Shanky, shut the fuck up.
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in control.
I feel in control right now. This is such a great scene.
The room falls quiet. So quiet, you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Fat Angus rules.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus?
Fat shaming
Now
was
it's all
a...
pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Evrard.
Dude, all bets are off, man. The lawyers are being kicked out of the room. This is wild.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
She walks off without looking back. Dude, maybe we can befriend Lizzie now. Now that she's, like, no longer on the case.
You're in. He's all yours.
No, I'm not. Well, fuck that. Kim, we did it. Kim, we did it.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death, the bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Why?
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
The girls.
Girls plural. There's another girl. 2 of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Who else could it be?
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
Shut up, fucking Shanky. Fuck you. Never open your fucking mouth again. Fuck you. Fuck you.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky.
Thank you, Titus.
You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
He turns back to you. What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window.
Ah.
Fucking...
Scratches his chin.
Dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Man, so they did this on behalf of Clausia? But there is another girl. Let's keep going. Who's Tibbs, the 8th Hardy?
Yeah. He's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
That's cute. If Clausia didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
She told me some people were after her from Orania. She wouldn't say more.
Yeah, she wouldn't. She's fucked if she shows up on police radar.
These people. Who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
Dude, don't make me at all, even for a second, sympathize with the Hardy Boys. What are you doing, game? So, who killed the merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
The glass is inside, right? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Clausia. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
Well, dude, like, the bullet was fucking, like, lodged up here in his head. I mean, I guess if he was laying down... The description sounded like somebody had put a gun in his mouth and pulled the trigger. So there was no exit wound on the back of the head, but I think they did say there was some fracturing of the back of the skull. And obviously I don't know much about bullet propulsion, especially when it's this close, but is there enough gunk in the head to not necessarily have an exit wound? Like, can the bullet just stop? Maybe, I don't know. Actually seems kind of unlikely. There's not that much material, like bone is pretty thick. But that was my impression of dislodging that bullet from the head. But the actual entrance wound was pretty far back in the esophagus. But if it was from outside, that means they probably nailed the perfect angle that it went in his mouth. We didn't even see, like, his teeth weren't fucked or anything. God, I hate that we shaved. I hate it so much.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
And you had ideas about his past too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
He pauses to think.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do if I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calm now, threw all that turmoil away, and became himself again.
Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier you said the girls asked for your help. Was this the other girl?
That's right.
It skill point. We really got some fun using that.
I liked it for political reasons.
It's her.
Sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker, the missing 8th Hardy.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy boys. You don't know her anyway.
Understood, but can you tell me anything about her? Name, current location?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klasia you want to talk to.
Still not apologizing. Thank you for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her. For the last time.
You do that.
Grabs his beer and
Hey,
swirls in
cop.
his hand.
Before you go, she...
He looks up.
Klasia came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection, but
you would still prefer if we didn't take her away.
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
Lieutenant slides his notebook into his coat pocket. He turns to leave. Oh man, it's so hard. I find this the case in whatever fiction I'm consuming. Like, the moment, like, shitty people begin to say shit like that, it just, like, it really buries all of the shit that preceded it, you know? And then you just find yourself empathetic or liking them for some reason or another, and, like, I constantly have to remind myself, like, no, fuck those people, they suck. We have fucking 6 skill points, huh? So we've been hitting this, case itself pretty hard. But let's go do some of this fun stuff real quick. It's only 4 p.m. Let's steal a book. Let's try to get Kuno to like us. We should run to Everard. But I can probably do Kuno at any point though, right? He stays fucking up late, much later than these other people. Okay, we'll save Kuno. Ooh, that fucking oscillating fan sounds really good. Where was it? Here? Is it this one?
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
72 is pretty fucking good. I mean, we used up a lot of our karma already, but it is retryable, and we have 6 skill points, so who cares?
Slowly, you move your hand toward the tome of cockatoos. Before you reach the book, you're interrupted.
Do we really need to do this? I think not.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover.
Interfacing.
Its beak.
Nothing, huh? Shit, well, okay. Whatever, dude.
A sulfur-crested
Fuck you,
cockatoo
Kim.
sits. You wait for the storekeeper to be distracted. When she's not looking, you haul the tome of cockatoos into your pocket.
Man, we just got it, too. Wow.
It's quite a challenge, but eventually, the guide to the cockatoos is yours. Splendid effort.
Excellent. I want to read it, but... That hair poster. Oh, okay. I want to read it, but we gotta RP not read it where we just stole it. We have to move away from the store, from where we stole it. Man, I'm excited to see what happens now. I'm excited to talk to Clausia, dude. Read it back here, behind the trash can. A book about different cockatoo species and their behavioral problems. Perhaps it could also offer some insights into your own often problematic actions. The spectacular major majestic cockatoo eyes you from the cover. Interact.
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminine Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues.
Okay, one more.
This book talks about the delicate nature of toos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated.
Alright, what problems do these birds have?
Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day.
It sounds
They
like
love
people.
to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
Okay. I think it's our spirit bird indeed. I can handle that, and it'd be nice to have someone to talk to when feeling lonely. 2 is so cringe introvert. Who would even ever want a chatty companion? Exclamation mark and a question mark. I want someone, you know, who knows how to listen and connect. That's what I need. I need someone who knows how to talk about real. I don't want to talk about the weather. I want to talk about small things. I want to talk about real things, things that matter.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
Right, that's pretty bad. Anything else?
It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day and give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
Yes, but there have to be something great about cockatoos as well.
You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle, and show off, and will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to 135 decibels.
That is so fucking loud. If memory serves, in the 9-year anniversary of Running Man, they held a big performance, and I think they had to have the audience scream over 125 decibels in order to succeed in the mission. Was it 125? Now look at this 135. That sounds like fucking bullshit. Also, to date this episode, they announced yesterday, or this morning? Yesterday, that Kwang Soo is leaving Running Man. And it kept everything that I have all day, not to bawl my eyes out every moment. Not gonna be the same. Disco Elysium. Often as loud as up to 135 decibels. Wow.
Ouch. That must hurt. Not great for the neighbors. Performing? Yes, birdie.
Read about the funeral cockatoo.
This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it.
Read about the major majestic cockatoo.
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature.
Bumptious. Dope word.
In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species. It must be glorious to behold, dark pink and snow white.
Read about the most common bang bang cockatoo.
Despite its banging name, the bang bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly gray and white. The Seminoles name, bang bang, is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins.
Okay, honestly, this bird does sound a bit like me.
Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
Oh, man. I mean, 4 is the most fun, right? What if I'm just a fuck up and a cockatoo?
You're right. You're a fuckatoo embodied. This sorry-ass bird belongs on your heraldry. It probably doesn't even have feathers and only screams.
Nice. Cross it off the list. Cool. I think I want to run to Everard. Talk about my lost gun. Man, I wonder who this other chick is. We haven't met too many other women. There was Cindy. I think she had dyed hair. And if Clausia is not the one who dyes her hair all the time, nor who owns that lorry that's broken down that the drugs are inside. I haven't met many other women. Man, this is a strut, huh? Pathfinding. What is this check again? I think we have like a 3% chance.
Container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
A white check, and we have plenty of skill points. Why don't we just fucking, like, do this thing?
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Why are you what?
Anything at all.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective.
Are you sure?
Can do that after.
Oops. Rhetoric.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not left, and as it's always been, it's impossible to open it.
I'm cool with doing like 2 more, bro. I don't care.
You're back before the cargo container.
Here we go,
Its
dude.
drawer
Here we
has
go.
not lessened since you, and as it's always been. It's
Oh, fuck. I should
impossible
be
to
looking at my
open it.
clothes, too. Okay, we'll look at the clothes real quick. -1. Logic. Okay, no rhetoric to be found. So we're kind of like a rhetoric boss now. I think our second highest skill now. Oh, it's tied with a couple of different things. Okay, do you know what? Maybe we'll hold off for now. Hurts to blow 2 skill points on a thing and still fail, but maybe we'll glean some more information after talking to Everard or something. I don't know. Where's our boy? There he is. Get his fucking name. Bro, my gun though, bro, my gun though.
Mr. Dubois, every worker
Is an organ in the great state organism of war, also looks just like me.
Okay. Why the hell not? Now, how can I help you today?
What does this mean? What does this mean?
What?
The brew. The shady brew.
Oh, how could I forget your little side project? Well done, Harry. Well done. Don't even tell me what it was. But good job. I love it when workers take the initiative like this.
He's such a fucking creep, dude. I opened the door you asked me. Can we discuss the murder now?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry.
70 experience points.
Question.
Fuck yeah.
You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment.
I'm lying through my teeth.
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
I should have saved. I should have saved. The deal wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't.
You're right, Harry. You only had to unlock the door, which you did. So we're all good here.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Now let's get down
Good.
to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
Well, I mean, 1 just completely goes against what the fuck I just said. We'll start with 2. I've heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about it.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I'm listening.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramoritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Hold on, you have a village elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village, but the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Okay, go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wait, they moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
I would love
but
to.
enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey.
He shakes
Even
his
their
head.
own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
This is so, ew, dude. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out in trees? Very... Anyway. It's really interesting to hear somebody who is like an information guy and kind of only has the black and white about what transpired. And for him to give a description like this, getting drunk, violent, and a little rapey, and then, you know, comparing this directly to Clausia's account, and she did nothing but paint in the lines with color, you know? It's this cool dichotomy, and just being like, well, of course he would make this decision based off of this black and white understanding of the events, and of course Clausia would react how she did, given her understanding of the events. It's just cool that this game really allows you to, you know, see where these characters are coming from, and paints it so articulately. It's so great.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood.
Talking about the Hardy Boys?
Making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him.
He chuckles.
I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
Not anymore.
So he
Oh, we gotta go find her,
counter
too.
with a narrative that exonerates the Union. But why?
I've talked to the boys, and it turns out the hanging was a cover-up. They were helping a woman named Clausia.
Of course. He just blew smoke up my ass.
There's disappointment
I
in
guess
his voice.
they're not as tough as they say they are. Well, there's more to this than meets the eye.
You're disappointed.
I'm not. But I guess you need to talk to this Clausia person now. What a job.
Do you know Clausia?
Oh, the chick Titus and the boys have been hanging around all winter.
He chuckles.
She has them wrapped around her finger. They're paying her rent, bringing her stuff. Maybe that's connected too. I'm not some genius judge of character. What happened here is up to you to figure out, Harry.
Listen, there was a bullet in the hangman's head.
So they shot him.
He sounds pleasantly
He
surprised.
was shot in the head before he was hanged.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard.
It's impossible to say if he's telling the truth.
Certainly not. He doesn't leave this fucking chair.
What I do know is, the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my 2 little policemen. Godspeed, policeman.
And he's using all of the power play tactics, even saying my two little policemen, as if like we are, you know, possessions of his. He's a fucking psychopath. And if you behave like this in the real world, fuck you. How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
The name of the company is Cornell this time. It might have been Sediment before.
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
The remaining mercenaries are organizing a tribunal to take on the Hardys.
Tribunal? That sounds serious, Harry. We Union men should be shitting ourselves. I wish you hadn't told me that. I'm gonna lose sleep over this. Let's change the subject.
He's clearly happy about the tribunal.
You don't seem too worried about it.
Oh, Harry, what do I really think about the tribunal? You're trying to climb to second base with old Everard before you've even courted him properly.
He wants you to do more things for him before.
You mentioned a lawyer girl.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Wait, the girl by the whirling, who was keeping an eye on you. Is he talking about her?
You sent her to spy on me disguised as a gardener. Now, better not mention it.
Oh, and she also really likes gardening, I hear. In March? Strange. Anyway, let's move on.
Tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew. I feel like we're kind of ahead of this.
They are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary
mention the
union
8.
members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
Who do we think? Alon? Elaine? Leo?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind.
Respects the
Work
doubt.
with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Robert, I met these Hardys. Can you ask them to cooperate with me? They did already, dude. Let's just do it.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no, 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 no. I don't cross paths like that.
He shakes his head, laughing.
All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
Yes, you would, you fucking sleazeball.
It seems to be true.
But this weasel might have cleaned up after the killers.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety.
Who do we
nobody.
think this is?
Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are neat freaks. If you don't mind me saying so, I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
He imitates bashing something with an imaginary baton. And suck his dick a little bit. Yo, great technique. You'd make a great sergeant.
Would he? I'm not so sure about it.
Well, it's just buttering him out, because Kim, you're kind of... Don't step on my
Oh,
toes.
you're too kind, Harry. Way too kind. I know I'm not a real police officer. You are.
Let's skip
Was
8.
it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
I mean, if you check my stats, I'm pretty full-blown fascist.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
You're right to not trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer.
Perfect, Harry. That's perfect. My version of the left is not against the companies, it's with the companies. Honestly, what I have in mind is a business proposal. A left-wing business proposal, but still...
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Kim, what do you think of this?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
He studies Everard.
But he thinks it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
What are the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
You mean the fishing village?
Yes, the little cul-de-sac on the coast, where all the men have drowned in either the sea or the bottle. A gloomy place, doesn't have that Union attitude.
You're already pretty deep into this. What's a little more? No one can see you here in Martinez.
I mean, I want to get my gun back. I'll feel a lot fucking safer. What'll happen to the current occupants?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Are you 100% sure that no one's gonna end up homeless?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're gonna build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
Okay, we'll do it. But who do we think the 2 people are? The washwoman and Lillian? The woman we're simping
You bring joy
after?
to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here.
He hands you an open white envelope.
You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I heard there was some trouble with the water lock, but it should be fixed now. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I know we can do business together.
Okay.
See you soon, Debardeur.
Okay, cool. Still got plenty of day left, huh? Maybe we can, what's more important? Clausia? I think so. Why don't we go talk to her, or see if she's even still on the roof. And afterwards we can maybe head to the fishing village. This way. fucking hot. Summer's in the city. With no AC. It's not even the fucking summer yet. Not supposed to be miserable until at least late May. We have to fucking sleep on the couch for 3.5 months. So obviously I have a lofted bed where it's hot as fuck. When you're alone even. When you're not alone, it's impossible. Claudia. Oh, let's see if she's on the roof. She is. We should do karaoke. We need a crowd. It's only 5 o'clock now. Around like 10 p.m. maybe. We'll do some karaoke. You can really hear that bass. The evening version of this track. Slams. More stuff to talk about.
It's always good to see you.
She cracks a weary smile, leaning back against the railing.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
Puts her coffee mug on the table.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You don't look surprised. You were expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate the terms of your... Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me.
Looks at her feet.
Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
That's not a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
She lights the cigarette. Is this part of why Aranye is a bad memory for you?
I have people.
Oh, 2 was way more fun.
And they
Talk
have
about her
friends
beauty pageant.
in the moral intern. Some are moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will.
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill. Well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again, with a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
He taps on his notebook.
The job was Lewsdoen County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Louis-Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Louis-Scott and their friends in the MI.
He breathes out heavily.
Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
A Papalolo!
Yeah. Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me.
I'm gonna empathize with her. I'm sure there are people who've done much worse than that.
Sure. I'm not a war criminal, but it was bad. People lost their jobs. Good people, too, not just C-suite.
She shakes her head at the thought.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
So it's not just that she fears for her life, that these people are going to take her out at some point. It's that she actually feels guilty about it. It's pretty wild. Oh my god, Philly. What happened here? The night he died.
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open.
Damn,
Dumb.
what a fucking image.
I could see. I could.
We didn't see a wound on the back of the head, I thought. You lying?
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. Shut up, Philly! The fuck? It's like 1 in the morning. What are you doing? There's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her sides.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
Okay, I mean, if this is true, then it's likely, whoever shot wasn't aiming for her and it accidentally hit Lely.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Your cigarette, miss.
Oh.
Looks at it and quickly tosses the butt aside. That's a motherfucker.
Yeah. It was a real motherfucker.
He immediately lights another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
What did you do then?
Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Fuck, man. Well, what about the other girl as well? What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time.
Who's Ruby?
I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Wait, before we continue, who is Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
Interesting.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not?
Gotta find ourselves a Ruby. Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
What did I fail? What did I miss?
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
Looks at the ground, then raises her light brown eyes to meet you. To meet yours. Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What'd you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
And this Ruby. Where's this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
Aw, shit.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
For sure.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Super far away? It was the dice maker from the chimney. How insensitive to ask this, but like again, dude, like maybe I'm making too big a deal about not thinking I saw an exit wound. Or an entrance wound, I guess. Did you kill Lily?
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this.
There's a silence.
He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun lying around, close to her hand. A military weapon using jacketed ammunition.
Downstairs, people have this crazy idea that you killed him.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me.
Okay, if you did it in self-defense.
I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before. That wasn't what happened.
True, sire. 'Tis true.
I don't want to keep pushing it, dude. I think she killed him. You must have had a weapon nearby. Did you use that?
No. I specifically asked him not to carry firearms when he was with me. He only had his stupid armor.
The bullet in his head. It was jacketed. Military grade. Who else here has a military rifle?
I don't know. His friends have rifles. Maybe those psychos did it. Coalition military have rifles. I'm not a munitions expert, and I did not shoot him.
She might have been a tad disingenuous when she avoided talking about the bullet in his head before.
You lied to me about this bullet before. When I said he was shot, you said you were... You said you're confused.
I've said I'm sorry. What more do you want me to say? I did my best not to lie. It didn't always work.
Okay. I'd like you to answer some other questions, miss.
Like what?
She waits, her light brown eyes wandering over the floor, over your face. Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone.
She looks at her cigarette.
So they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Anyway, something to consider.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
The answer comes fast.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
I don't think so. Why did you do it?
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud, thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible. She did, of course.
When was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
He takes a drag.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom? Inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
I think we're done here for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
The lieutenant glances at you, then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody.
Not yet.
No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her. Who? What?
I thought that went orange there for a second. Holy
You've been
fuck.
lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately.
Oh, do you think she's Ruby?
Before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
Dude, heck yeah for doing a drama build, huh?
Take it easy. Start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush. See?
Kim. Why have we not arrested her yet?
There may be grounds here. At least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
Your real name isn't Claudia Amandu.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Her voice cracks suddenly, like there's a garret around her neck. Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
Good. You can tell me the truth.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
Was the passport bullshit too? That passport you keep hidden?
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Anouk?
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
Where's this buoy?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds. On the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now.
We can just find it ourselves and maybe take the cash that she had in there.
It's useless.
West of the boardwalk in the reeds. We have to check this out.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here. Past the Bergen sewage pipe.
You're
Right near the
probably
water
not
line.
even Miss Aranye 37, are you? Tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Alazie.
Katarzyna. The smile on her face is timid, almost painfully so.
It's a Grad name. Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music infused alcoholism.
Hold on. Katarzyna Alazie is not an Oranese name, is it? Not even Mundi, it's Grad.
My parents were Zhimsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. Alazie is my father's name.
I'll just call you Miss Aranye Disco Dancer.
You can call me whatever you want.
She smiles, too tired to laugh. You're probably not even Miss Aranye 37, are you?
I am. They
Smile
can never
quivers.
take my sash and my scepter from me.
It's especially charming, huh?
Yes, they can, for lying.
Shut up, Trauma. Enough.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
I mean, I don't want to call her Devil Woman. That seems intense. You know, I think you didn't make that call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergency's desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
I'm gonna say nothing to this.
She stands before you, holding her back very straight.
Too is it fucking intense, but I'm curious. Devil Woman.
What?
Her hand trembles. She's only pretending she didn't hear you say, devil woman.
What if I told you you're under arrest, Miss Aranye Disco Dancer?
But I haven't done anything.
Backs
Anything
against the
legal.
railing.
She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
Not 4. Fuck 4. 3's the most fun, for sure. I don't think we're ready for 3 yet. Just do 1. You misrepresented information about the case. Without the Hardy's confession, we'd know nothing.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Oh man, we are just straight arresting her now, huh? Wow.
Please, no.
Her eyes become round with fear. She tries to back further off.
But there's nowhere to go. A 2-story drop to the Plaza Mosaic. If she could, she would have run before.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
You're lying again.
She knows something.
What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says,
Ruby.
Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
And what is that?
Sex. And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
Lieutenant narrows his eyes.
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Oh man. This is just sensationalism and guesses.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching?
When Ruby said there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased, was she threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
He looks through the window of her room.
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
And how could she have killed him?
She could have had access to the roof. You've noticed that door there, right? Maybe it leads downstairs.
Yeah, you said you didn't hear a gunshot, though.
She could have come to the roof through that, then taken the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing.
I don't like how possible it is.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay. That's it for Ruby.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. She's stuck here. She's already in prison. Look around. She's only trying to help you.
Oh, shit, dude. Oh my god. What to do? Who?
Her. Stop letting her distract you.
But, like, are they playing with my empathy here? Like, they know that most people are gonna, like, be smitten with her. So, like, the game expects you to back off because, like, you as an empathetic individual are gonna make that choice. But you have to make, like, the hard decision as a police officer. But if we take her in, like she said, she's going to fucking die. These people who are after her are going to see her name. She's gonna get got, dude. I don't think I'm gonna do it yet. Man, I swear to God, if I go down and talk to the Hardy Boys and I come up here and you're fucking gone, I swear to God. Okay, I'll keep you here, miss, for now.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret it.
Something tells you, you will.
Oh, shut up, Volition. Is there anything
She
else new
nods.
here?
Okay.
Looks relieved. Let's change the subject for the time being.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for. She slowly.
Okay. Okay. I want to see if Kim has anything to say about this. No. Okay. 4 skill points is now the time that we convince Kim that there's a cool, sexy fantasy thing going on. Go do that real quick. Man, we should talk to Ruby. And that will do in time. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Let's go talk to the Hardy Boys. Hopefully she doesn't, run away or something.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it.
Check our clothing before we make that check. There's one. Oh, it was a net 2. Cool. Anything giving us a minus? Cool.
This window is pristine
83,
on the inside,
baby.
unlike the golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness
Oh,
of
this
your
is
mind.
cool as fuck.
In it are 2 neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman.
Oh, okay,
on
so
the
she
single
was... Her head was towards the window. I was thinking that her head, while she was being penetrated, would be on the pillow, as opposed to her feet. But it's the other way around. So, like, it is possible that he still got shot in the fucking mouth.
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain. From the roof outside, location A prime, the glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Inspect the ghostly figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Sure does. Have a look at A prime, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside?
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
I'm 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%, with an antique weapon that fires military-grade ammunition. A Belma-grave rifle, for example. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium. A well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside, in the darkness. Too busy with their own bodies.
Could the shot have come from inside the room? A closer point?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective.
Are there any arguments against A prime? The roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could there have been another point of origin, further away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, Detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Have a look at point B prime.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Have a look at point B double prime. Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it. Possibly from a tent. No. Too far-fetched.
Have a look at point B triple prime.
1 kilometer away. An unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere. On an islet in the Bay of Martinez, perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be. The shot would have been a small miracle. 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof? In Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, the boardwalk, B double prime, Land's End, or B triple prime, the islet.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less than from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. A simple hypothesis can be wrong, but it's something to build on.
Blink. Oh, hardy boys. 4 on the floor, baby. Bro. I know how this goes.
It's you again. What is it?
Ruby. Okay, I talked to Claudia. Now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
He leans back and regards you with curiosity because she's your real leader.
You're cuckoo, cop. I'm the only man responsible for this unit. Get with it, or fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off.
Shut the fuck up, Shanky. I'm gonna level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Lily's killer.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
Wow. Shanky, kindly never open your fucking mouth again, please.
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
No.
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
From the corner of your eye, you see a little bird fly into the bush, right behind the window, behind Titus's back. Nothing is happening. The
Fuck.
pieces are there, but they remain unconnected.
Oh, we really failed. We failed by 5. We rolled a 1 and a 2, though. No, we can do this.
Sorry, you're not coming up with anything. Again, the pieces are there. She could have done it. Somehow. Something else. Walla walla bing bang. It's just not coming together.
Walla walla bing bang?
I don't know what it means, but it felt like the most appropriate thing to say.
Respect.
That's what the witch doctor would say, at least.
Why am I such an idiot?
No one knows.
Oh, shit. Squint your eyes harder.
Still nothing, but that's okay. This doesn't have to turn into some kind of meltdown. You're just a cop, taking your time to present a theory. Right. Puzzleface shouldn't be the cool guy when he fails. I was supposed to be that. Shush. I'm just more level-headed than you. That's my thing. Let's look at this as a learning experience. What are the components you need to implicate Ruby? No. He needs to say, 500 layers and I can't remember the first line.
500 layers and I can't remember the first line.
You know, I'm beginning to think this clown is squinting at me because he wants to start something.
You would be mistaken.
Nah, boss, he's just mentally handicapped. I've seen him do that.
Shut up, Shanky.
He's thinking. Let the man think.
I shouldn't have said that. I just wanted to hear the components of the theory.
Here you go. Access to the roof, weapon, and motive.
Ugh.
That's not too hard. And here is what you can do to make it even easier. Come on, guys. For starters, you could find out what's behind that mystery door in the kitchen. If it's a secret route, she could have used that to get to the roof. Can't get through the door? You know what would help. Doing a thorough search of this room. Maybe something's hidden. Say, 500 layers and I can't remember the first line. No. He already said that, and nothing good came of it. Just do what the nice, helpful guys said, and don't do the bad things. It's that simple.
Unless we have more business, we should.
Yeah. We have this in our power, though. And we got plenty of fucking skill points for it. Though, my morale blows, and I don't think we have any objects. We should go get some. before we try this again. What are we looking for? Logic? Heck yeah. Logic? Logic? 2 logic? Holy fuck. I'm like fucking logic guy now. Look at us. Look how logic-y we are. We're gonna go get some more, hopefully Frit's still open. I mean, we literally just, you know, outfitting ourselves appropriately. Got like a +4 or something to logic. And then if I'll throw another... 10. We have a 10 logic right now. No chance we don't get it this time. Still open. Back for more drugs, girl.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs.
Okay, here.
Thanks, dude. Is it in items? Oh, no. How many times have I done this? It's just right here. Alright, listen, bro.
It's you again. What is it?
$97, bro.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex.
Bingo.
The hostile cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
So that's what you were squinting at.
He looks at you.
You were trying to come up with a theory, weren't you? That she did it.
Yeah, he was cobbling together shit so he could put her away. It's RCM 101.
Yeah, it's literally my fucking job.
Well, let old Titus set your mind at ease then. She didn't do it. She was here all night.
Sunday night, 11:30 to 12:15. She was here all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking. Near the stage there.
She didn't go to the toilet?
No.
That's a lie.
In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all of the time.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again, Cop. And just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He's been through it. That means he suspected her too. All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
You do agree that the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
There's a 72% chance that the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
definitely lie. The truth is not credible.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, we have a ballistics lab in Koran. We consult in cases like these.
Wouldn't hurt to have one of those in Martinez.
He nods.
Still, all the labs in the world don't put her on that roof. How'd she get there? Climb?
Ruby could have gotten to the roof from somewhere inside the whirling.
Nah. The only way up there is through Clausia's room.
How much do you guys know about this place?
We've only been drinking here for what? 6 years?
He looks around.
How much do we know?
Been thinking of getting wilding in racks. That is on my ass, boss.
There you go. Tatted on his ass. We know the place.
There's a locked door in the kitchen and another on the roof. Ever been through those?
No, but that doesn't prove anything.
It's just 2 dolls. We're not giving you Ruby for that. She's one of us.
What if those 2 doors are connected, Eugene? Is that your name, Eugene?
Lieutenant leans closer.
If they are connected, she could have gone to the kitchen, gone up, shot him on the roof, then come down. All in 5 minutes. How about that?
Yes, she could have. This is one long shot.
He shakes his head, but the look in his eyes shows interest. Have we firmly established Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot?
Firmly? Try shit on a stick. All you've established is a possible route to the roof that you haven't found. And even then, a route doesn't put that bullet in the Burke's head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself.
Interesting.
But what if you miss interesting information that way? The choice is ultimately yours.
Fuck you, game.
But
this is exactly what they're saying. It was a jacketed bullet, but like, how does that implicate Ruby? I've already established Ruby's running drugs. She could have smuggled guns too. It's a bit of a stretch. Show them the antique rifle. There are weapons like these just lying around in Martinez. Oh, 5 is good though. The local pawn shop sold my last gun to a woman. Maybe it was her.
You lost your gun?
The blonde man was taken aback, not even laughing.
What an idiot!
Shut the fuck up, Shanky.
Tell me, did you lose it before the murder?
Yes.
No, you didn't. And Ruby didn't use your lost gun to kill him.
stop thinking about your lost gun, damn it. You'll get a heart attack.
This
Oh, is that what that
merely a
was?
thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on.
Okay. There are weapons like this just lying around in Martinez.
That looks antique. A Belle McGrave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
There's a cellar under the bookshop. It was hidden there, with others just like it.
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
Okay, I see your point. There are guns lying around. Damn it. I thought we'd found all the old spots. Why was that still there?
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit.
I didn't say I'd prove she had the murder weapon. Just that we need to find her. I said we move on. Well, nah, is there another piece? Let's just say, let's say one and just see what happens. I've already established Ruby's running drugs. Could have smuggled guns too.
God damn. That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Every fucking 5 seconds.
All I'm saying is, from what I saw in her cabin, she'd have no trouble getting a gun.
Trouble. This is Revachol. Even the roidheads in the gym had a carbine. No one has trouble getting a gun. I still never saw her carry one.
He must be referencing some past case of theirs. He's angry because he knows you're right. What he's saying only confirms your theory.
Move on.
I don't knock up. Why don't you find your lost gun first?
The tattoo man bursts out laughing at his own joke.
Easy now, Al. This isn't comedy hour.
Could be.
Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
Ozzy told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby.
Yeah. Like what?
She's a part of the homosexual underground. Apparently she had a thing for Claudia.
A thing? You mean?
He tilts his head to the side and falls silent.
Behind his squinting eyes, dominoes are falling. Fast.
Ooh, good roll, good
It's
roll.
all beginning to make sense to him now.
Yeah, but they're both girls.
Aw. My sweet summer child, Fat Angus.
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
Dude's funny. It's supernatural, a reality-breaking event, and we just need to accept it. All of these are ridiculous. Dude's easily the funniest. Come on, guys. She hangs out with you meatheads. This cannot come as a surprise.
Yeah? No. Ruby's got more balls than a ball pit. You'd have to be an idiot not to...
Looks around.
Guys, I'm not the only one who knew. Right?
Knew what? First he says she's murdered him. Now she's a too? It's a lie.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there.
It's Monica.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
Shanky. That is not why. She didn't fuck you at Fatty's birthday party.
She didn't fuck you, 'cause you're 40, and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
Light laughter sounds off in the room. It feels nervous. Claudia said she made advances on her, and she thwarted them.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass.
Sort of, but he doesn't have to know that.
No, one makes it sound like she would just be trying to get out of being arrested, which could still be the truth. Just told us. Ruby made her scared and she spilled the beans.
That Ruby is queer as cabaret. Now that I start thinking about it, I don't know why I didn't see it earlier.
He looks out the window pensively.
And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a hardy.
How incredibly inclusive of you.
Bring your own personal shit into our outfit.
If that's the case, then it's not right. But it's not the case, right?
I don't know, bro.
There are many pieces that fit together that way, Eugene. Face it.
No, I mean, that seemed to land pretty good with them. When Claudia came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition. You know, women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Eugene wants a woman on the team so they can do their job. That must be hard. Half of Martinez is female.
I think we should... No, we gotta be silly. Yes. Female intuition. That's what it was. You're right, Eugene.
Yeah.
The man seems unsure of himself.
Wishful thinking has no place in a police investigation. A more serious consideration that you wish to avoid is that she knew what happened because she did it.
Maybe she killed him because she thought it would curry favor with you.
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike of the mercenaries' presence in Martinez, right?
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much.
Do I have to go through all of these?
Titus Hardy. She has to know that.
Not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory about that too, cop.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Shut the fuck up, Shanky.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Big doubts.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Oh, I gotta go after Shanky. Shanky, let's assume you killed him.
I didn't do it, fucker. It wasn't my plan.
You probably did, though.
It's just a thought experiment. Think, Shanky. You killed him. You got up there, shot him, cut down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your buddies? As part of a lynch mob? Or alone? For committing murder?
Fuck you, man. I would never fuck my guys over like that.
He squeaks with indignation.
Especially for some bird.
She didn't either. She would never do that.
The blonde man looks
Why
around.
are more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Titus, you have to see it, man. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Want to know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy.
New skill point, nice.
She made sure of that.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me, personally?
Yes, you. The cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
No wonder she's afraid. I have come to declare the ending of the human experiment. Oh, dude, we haven't done an apocalyptic thing in forever.
Sure. The human experiment. That's real funny.
He looks at you without smiling.
You know, when I first saw you limp in here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you? About me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans.
And then when they're all empty, just move onto the next can. Don't look back unless there was something you missed.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did.
He
Now,
nods.
we can whine about it. Whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Silence. He nods.
Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener?
You are insistent.
He nods. Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This called Titus. This called Pete. But she was too scared.
Interesting. You have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry. So, she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a party candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlog. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
You're all here. Who's out looking?
Lizzie needed some air.
Ah, the gardener. But she went to tell Everard.
You're a smart cop, but you're a stupid person. No one goes to tell Everard anything. If he has to know, he has to know fast.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure. There are some shit houses there. A cinder block town. Fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
Heck yeah.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a lorry man.
You know what she's doing with Ulan frequencies?
The what now? I have no idea. Boys?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more.
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
There you have it. Pale something.
That just puts an end to it. Not much, but it'll do. Go!
It'll have to.
Heck yeah, dude.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of
We're in it together now, dude. I mean, fuck the Hardy Boys, don't get me wrong, but we're in it together now, dude. Okay, so I think I'll do a little poking around before calling it a night. Purple.
You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you? That Ruby of yours?
Yeah, and?
Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Clasia. It was nice and Ruby-centric in the end.
What do you mean?
Anything strike you a bit off about this mishmash?
Well, the bullet didn't have to come from the roof. It could have come from anywhere on the coast.
Absolutely. It could have come from anywhere. But you're suddenly so certain it came from the roof behind the window.
The bullet was jacketed. These don't just lie around everywhere, do they?
Good point. It is rather rare these days. But do continue.
It turned out the bullet was an antique.
True. Strange how you conducted the whole advanced ballistics analysis and then hand-waved it.
So far, no one has mentioned hearing the shot.
Notice how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it. Neither did you.
I'm done thinking about this.
That's right. Finish thought. Just finish it and conveniently go on. She's watching you leave right now. You know that. Free as a bird on that roof. Lighting up a cigarette and thinking, am I glad Ruby's in this shit and not me? Don't listen to this guy. The theory was solid. He's just jealous. Move on. It's no use harassing her further.
cool, dude. About the different parts of yourself doubting the other parts of yourself? You mean just like real life? Yeah. Okay, I think we'll probably do the village stuff next time. Yeah, more of that stuff. The boardwalk? Where's the map? Here. Whoa, I can fast travel. Fuck yeah. They mentioned I could do that. This isn't the boardwalk, right? What do they consider the boardwalk? Probably this out here, right? Let's see, is there anything else I can do without going over there? 2 signatures? All of that is village stuff. That we haven't done. That we haven't done. We could do that real quick. I feel like we're pretty fucking done. That would help pin this on Ruby if we did. May take a while, who knows. Oh, let's end the night by singing karaoke. What do you think? Let's go send the body to processing, and then we'll sing some karaoke, and we'll leave it there. And then next time we'll start over in the village.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Ooh, we probably don't want Kim watching us do karaoke anyway. Let's bag him, Kim. Take him away.
All right.
He takes out a shiny black body bag and starts pulling the plastic over the dead man's
I will need
face.
a little help carrying him. You take the hands. I'll take the legs.
Bag the corpse and drag it to the motor carriage. Sweet. I think it's time, team. Unless we gotta swoon guard a little bit more. I think if we tell him that we're not staying at the Whirling in Rags anymore, he's gonna be absolutely ecstatic. Dude, look at this audience we have too. It's fucking time. It's fucking time, dude.
Hey, was there something you needed?
Well, well. Bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
Guard, I need to sing karaoke. Now.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man. You need to approach this situation logically. Ask him why he has the PA system installed if you can't use it.
Why do you even have the PA system if no one's going to use it?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
What happened in 44?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
It's not a prop. It's for your clients. I know it's. I know it's used.
Okay, yes, it's for some clients.
I'm a real client. I've paid my bills and I have the right to use the karaoke machine. Okay, fuck me then. Just fuck me.
Stop yelling.
I'm a real client. I've paid my bills and I have the right to use the karaoke machine.
Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
Aha.
He's lying. But whatever, you don't really need his lame tracks.
That's all right. I have my own song with me.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just...
It's happening, team. It's happening.
Begins to frown. Hard.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair.
He shakes the tape at
I'll
you.
plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
A good voice
I'm
actor.
having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself.
Here we go. Here we go. Wait. We gotta put on our fucking death outfit. There we go. Beautiful.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
No, we should have drank some alcohol before this.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Put your lips against the microphone. Test it.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic?
Man, is that going to give me a minus on that challenge?
Where should you stand? Hands. Where do you put your hands?
Oh my god. The hand conundrum. We rock at drama too.
The bar
This is
is
gonna make
full
me.
and buzzing,
This is gonna make me
chatter.
fucking nervous too, huh?
No one is paying you any attention. But still you feel your knees turn to noodles. Okay, now a couple is looking at you. Even worse. Just make sure you move, okay? Don't be stiff.
There we go. Throwing in some dance moves. Before we do this, we're definitely... This feels right. You belong here. I mean, we gotta put in some fucking drama garb. We cannot fail this check. We cannot. There we go. Oh, shit. Okay, I mean, we'll put these away. Look at us, dude. We look like we're ready to fucking perform. I'm not failing this. I'm not failing this. Do you understand?
The stage is... You feel a little...
So, are you ready for your
83%.
thing now?
We will save scum
Let me
this. We'll fucking save scum this.
know
No,
when I
we
should
won't.
turn
We
on the
shouldn't.
karaoke carousel.
We shouldn't. Here we go. Final roll of the night. I'm ready, Gart. Hit play.
The air is thick with anticipation. Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
I would often go there to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Saint-Saëns, though it once was larger. How the real may rest there. Down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters. at all.
Man, how fucking cool that the voice actor got more and more into the performance as it went. That was great. Oh, let's read the lyrics a little more closely. I would often go there, to the tiny church there, the smallest church in St. Sains, though it once was larger. How the rill may rest there, down through the mist there, for the seven sisters, for those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in the tiny yard there. I've been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. And now you're all alone. None of this matters at all.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
Thank you, ancient reptilian brain. There's silence, now in the deep where the voice came from. It has receded, to return only in dreams and nightmares.
This guy really carried you.
If Kim was here, I would do it, but he's not. I'm throwing it to Gart, dude. I'm throwing it to fucking Gart. Just to make him uncomfortable. I'd like to dedicate this song to Gart for letting me sing it. It's all shit, Gart.
Yes, well, I'm just doing my job, that's all. But, are you done now? Can I unplug the microphone? I'd like to unplug the microphone.
He's ready for things to get back to normal. Say nothing, leave enigmatically. Oh, well, that was fucking delightful, huh? I want to figure out what the fuck to do with this door, yo. Maybe tomorrow. Okay, good session. I was fucking just enthralled the entire time. That was so great. And I guess we'll kick off. I mean, we'll see what we want to do next session. Because I wonder if I want to start casing the village without Kitaragi, actually. Like, I wonder if I'll just turn in and then, you know, start tomorrow. Because I can, like, in-game, in an hour, I can go to bed, I believe. And then in the morning we'll start casing the village. I think that feels right. But we'll leave it here for the night. End it on the big happy musical number. Damn, what a game. What a game. I'm gonna go sit in front of the air conditioner and take something for these fucking allergies. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, what a brilliant game. I hope you're as invested as I am. I cannot wait to play more. Get to the bottom of all this shit, for real. Peace. Good night, y'all. Happy midnight.